most of us are completely confused, completely mixed up. I'm confused. I'm not sure what I am. That's the starting point. I'm now an old man and I'm confident. So now I'm happy with my Italian side. But when I was young, I was very frightened, very shy, and so I kept my Italian hidden, secret. In my first years, it wasn't sensible to be Italian.
Okay, that's everything.
I'm just gonna...
Okay.
We were fighting Italy, and in the first few years after the war, there was a lot of anti-Italian feeling.
I was 9 years old. Well, when Italy declared war against England, all the Italian men had to move away. That night, the sergeant said, just come over when you're ready. You know, there's no hurry. So the next morning, all the Italians were collected and they were taken to Newcastle. Some had to go to Canada. You had a choice. You could either go to Canada or the Isle of Man. My father had to go away. Well, you can imagine how we cried. There was me, Rosie, and my mother, how we cried.
Yes, when Italy went allies with the Germans, my mother had a shop, an ice cream parlour, on the street further down, and the English broke all the windows in the shop, even though my dad was in the English army.
The police came back to our home and said, we've had a call from the government again. All alien women have got to go 50 miles away from the coast, but not in concentration camps. They had to go with some other relations further inland. Well, my mother said, well, I don't know, where can we go? Some people didn't like us anymore.
People were breaking your windows and shouting at you in the street.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I think this was my granddad's.
Oh.
And my name is Alfredo. In that time, now Alfredo's, well, the name's okay. People still say, oh, it's a nice name. But in 1944-45, this was a very, very strange name. My father fought for the British. He was called Alfredo, but when he came back from the war, he called himself Alfie, which is the English version. And no one ever called him Alfredo.
That's why my grandfather, he was called Vincenzo, and he's changed his name to Jimmy.
I always called myself Alfredo, and I don't know why, but I didn't like Alfie or Alf. I liked my name, but it was difficult in the beginning. So, Alfredo.
You couldn't do it. You were uncomfortable.
Oh yes.
Because
It's
others,
not
you
like
know,
they hear all nationalities on the
Nationality.
train. Not in them days.
You never mentioned him before.
I didn't know.
So our family really in the first, from 1945 to 1950, my grandfather used to say, because my grandfather couldn't speak very good English, but he always used to say, so we in our house, in my grandfather's house, it was an Italian house. So we ate pasta asciutta, we ate Italian food, we drank wine with the meal, and my grandparents spoke Italian. So it was an Italian house. But he always used to say that this is our house, we're Italian, but when you leave this, when you go out the door, you're English. Speak English, you don't act strangely, you do what the English do. You eat the English food, you drink the English tea, and keep your nose down, right? Just keep quiet, don't cause any trouble. So that was our motto. So we're inside the house, we were Italian.
And outside, not. Let's go.